get started. It's great to see all of you today. Just take a quick note before we get started today. This is our final call of the year. I know I'm gonna miss you guys the next couple weeks, but we're gonna take some time just to catch our breath and renew and get some time together as family. And I don't know if y'all know this or not. I spend a lot of time on Zoom, so I'm actually not gonna be on Zoom for a couple weeks. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm pretty excited about it. Um, so we're going to take some intentional time. I trust that you will as well. But we've got an incredible call for you today to set the tone for you this week. So you guys start us off. Somebody give me a win this week. What's a win you had this week? What's something that you're grateful for? Let's hear from you. What do you got? Come on now.
I can
Yeah,
go.
I'll get it.
I'm
Go ahead,
sorry.
Nancy.
I would just like to say that I got this to celebrate my parents' 60th wedding anniversary this weekend.
Oh, wow. Come on. That is super awesome, Nancy.
Yeah,
Congratulations to them. We
yeah.
don't hear that very often. Um, that's awesome. What a great legacy, Nancy. Awesome. Love it. Anthony, how about you, buddy? I know what you're reporting out on. Come on now.
I'm rocking the Medal Monday for, the 7 months of work that I put into the marathon. Got
That's
that done yesterday.
that's right, man. This guy went out, just put the work in, put the time in. It was awesome to watch him week in, week out, train, prepare, and he put it all on the line yesterday. Super awesome. Super awesome. Anybody else this morning? What do you got? What do you got?
Yeah. I
What's a
don't know.
win?
Let's see.
Anybody? Anybody? Come on.
Dusty,
There we go.
Dusty,
Yes, sir.
I wanted to say two wins. Number one, as I'm moving to Rio, Jan Feb, I went to the holiday party in the Chicagoland area for Real Brokerage. And it was great to see some familiar faces and to also meet some new ones, new members of the tribe. So I'm excited about that. And a big win is I wanted to thank you personally for these calls that we've been on. I'm taking a lot of notes, but more importantly, I've been implementing them. And I do a live stream twice a month, and I've been sharing and citing you as my source some of the things you've been saying, and people just absolutely love it. Now, I can't promise you that people are going to leave their 9 to 5 job and all of a sudden become realtors at Real. Okay. But what I can promise you that is I am sharing what you are sharing with me, and it is creating a ripple effect in audiences and areas that you do not know of yet. So I wanted to say that's been a big win. Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate you, and blessings to you and your family.
Man, David, thank you so much, bro. That absolutely stirs my heart that you are just taking it anywhere and everywhere. So there's not a single industry, not a single person out there that I believe can't benefit from taking a hard look at our mind and taking a hard look at our heart and putting some things into play. Brother, I want to give you a high five for implementation. Great job. Okay. Because here's what what I see happen a lot, especially in our industry, is we're on Zoom calls like this and we get a lot of great info coming in, but then we don't go out and put it together and implement it. So Dave, great job, brother. That's awesome. Anybody else this morning?
I like to share.
Go
So,
for it, Keith.
I got a couple nice referrals last week. So business is always nice. And I have a past client that, bought a beautiful house a couple of years ago, single story, toll brothers. They put in a pool, and they texted me late last week, like, hey, we're going to sell. I know this is crazy because she's bought and sold a few. And everything I've been working with, everything I've been doing for the last 45 days, this listing to market this listing is going to just add fuel to that fire. So it's been nice because a lot of my prep work, she's a big fan of all my posts and all this and that, and she's one of my most loyal clients. Yet I'm going to be listing this $1.2 million property in the next few weeks. I've been out showing her. I went out and showed her properties last week, and we really get along well. But what's cool about it, I told her when she said, I said, you know what, it sounds like you're just being you. I said, and I don't mean to be selfish, but I want I'm so excited about listing this house. Like because like I've been building my skills the last couple of years and not having the inventory to really, take it to life. But like I was out doing like some construction videos the last couple of weeks that are right in her neck of the woods. I'm going to do this neighborhood because basically there's like 5 neighborhoods up here that have great parks. I'm going to do a park tour, and it's all going to be able where I could just base it right in getting her the most amount of money in the least amount of time. And it's like, it's been nice to finish this year off, and I have a lot of work to do in 2026 yet. I'm ready to do it. I'm pumped up.
I got muted. Hey, what a great finish, and congratulations, Keith. What that does, man, is it speaks to the relationship that you have with her, speaks to the way that you show up and how you deliver. Keith Jones Drones is coming to sell that house, right? 1.2 million. I'm proud of you, brother. Great job. Great catalyst to kick off this year. So great job. Anybody else this morning? Okay, you ready? We're gonna lay it out today. Obviously, we're coming to the end of this year. We're going into another year, and what I want to do today more than anything is I just want to encourage you. I want to make sure that you are ready as you step into 2026. That you're ready, that you're prepared in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit, so that you can take everything that you know that needs to be done and you can go do what David talked about earlier, and that is implement at the highest level, right? It all starts, though, in how we think. So here's what I would like for us to do for the next few minutes today. And it's something that we actually don't do very often, and it's called pause just for a minute, okay? I don't know if y'all know this or not, but we live in a world that celebrates motion and hustle and do more and be more. And I'm not saying that all of that is bad, okay? Like, I think every one of you should hustle, all right? Like, I don't know if you know this or not, but if you're going to get paid in real estate, you got to go to work, okay? I don't know if you know that or not, but we got to put in the time. We got to put in the time. I want you to hustle. I want you to play all the way in. I want you to be in motion. But I think in order to do that in the right way, there's times that we've just got to slow down and hit a pause button and come up to about 30,000 feet, okay? And be able just to take a look down. Does that sound good to you guys? All right. So that's what we're going to do for the next few minutes today. So here's what I'm going to give you. In the pause is where clarity comes, okay? When you and I hit the pause button, that allows us this time just to gain clarity. So the reason that we don't have a call for the next 2 weeks is not that I don't want to hang out with you for the next 2 weeks. It's that I'm going to hit a pause button. I'm going to hit a pause button. I'm going to gain clarity as Dusty, and we're going to gain clarity as Redefined, and we're going to gain clarity as a family. And we're just going to come up to 30,000 feet and go, hey, let's take a look at 2025 and let's take a look at 2026. But we've got to have pause for clarity. Clarity comes in the pause. Wisdom comes in the pause. Alignment comes in the pause. And another word I would give you today is just be still. Okay? Can we just... Am I right? Craig, Wilburn, are you with me, bro? Like, man, we just got to be still, okay? So I'm giving you permission to hit the pause button, to just be still. And I want to show you a quick video that I think illustrates this more than anything. Here's what I know about all of us on this screen. How many of you have had some high notes this year in your life? Have you had some? We have, right? Can I tell you in 2026, you're going to have more. I want you to expect them. I want you to look for them. I want you to lean into them. How many of you have had some low ones this year? Okay, I love you. We're probably going to have some more in 2026. It's why the pause is so important. Okay? I'm going to show you a video. I trust it's going to stir your soul. Let me just, before you see this, I just want to preface this. This is not in any way to put my faith on any of you. I celebrate every single one of you. But this is a video that just stirs me, and I just want to lay it out for you, and I think you're going to get the point of it when you hear what it is, okay? So let me share my screen with you real quick, and we will kick it off. That is not the screen that I meant to share. Let's do that one more time. Okay, here we go. We're going to try this one more time. Here we go. There it is. Now we're in business.
My mama told me something when I was growing up that has forever changed my life. She played the piano at our little church at 3rd and Pine Street for 37 years. She tried to teach me to play the piano, but I wasn't very good. She would teach me the names of the notes, what a major key is, what a minor key is. She tried to teach me musical theory, but I was just bored. Then, one day, she told me that the best news in the world is found by playing a simple scale on the piano. I had no idea what she meant, so she told me to play an 8-note scale. So I did. I said, "How is that good news?" And she said I played it incorrectly and that I needed to play it the other way. So I did. Again, I said, "How is that good news?" And she said, "I played it the right way, but I needed to add the pauses." The pauses? She said, "The pauses. Add them on the 1st, 2nd, 4th, 6th, 7th, and last note." Now, I was frustrated and said, "How can 8 notes with random pauses be the best news in the world?" Then I got up, walked away, and went outside. Frankly, I didn't care what she was talking about. I didn't like playing the piano anyway. Well, years later, my mama got sick and passed away. As I was thinking about her, I remembered what she told me about the piano. Not only that, I still remember the notes she told me to pause. The 1st, 2nd, 4th, 6th, 7th, and last note. So I sat down at her piano and played the scale with the pauses. And that's when I realized the good news she was talking about.
How about that? The first time it was just notes. The second time it was just notes in a different way. But when you add the pauses, it creates the music. So here's what I want us to do today. In 2026, you're going to have some high notes. In 2026, you're going to have some low notes. But in 2026, I want to make sure that we have the pauses because that's part of the music as well. Are you tracking with me? Okay. So what I want us to do just for a few minutes today is I just want us to pause. All right? I want us to pause. Because what happens in the stillness is perspective returns. When you and I take time just to get still, just to get alone, perspective comes back. I want to encourage you to do this next time you get angry, next time you get frustrated, okay? I want to encourage you to stop, to pause, because that's where perspective comes, all right? This is also where emotions settle. You tracking with me? It allows us time to let our emotions just settle a little bit so that my good friend Lisa Santa Catarina, she taught me this. She said, it gives me a moment to breathe. Come on now. Anybody need to breathe a little bit today? Okay. Just gives us a moment to take a deep breath, which allows our emotions just to settle in. Here's what else it does. It's going to recenter your identity. Come on. Come on now. Write that down. It'll recenter your identity. It'll reground you so that you can be ready for the next note that's in front of you. Okay? And it'll also make sure that your direction gets real clear. I don't want you to have intention in 2026. I want you to have direction. There's a difference. Okay? I want you to have direction. All right. You know I'm going to give you an acronym. All right? So you can remember all this stuff. You know it's coming. So I just want you to write down the word pause. P-A-U-S-E. Write that down. P-A-U-S-E. Here's what the P stands for. You ready? It's real brilliant. I thought long and hard about it. It means this: push the button. That's what the P stands for. Okay? You get the right to push the button. All right? Just push the pause button. Here's what it does. It stops everything long enough for me to do this. Here's what I want you to do is I want you to come up to about 30,000 feet, and I just want you to overlook everything. That's why we push the button. Take a look at your life and ask questions like, hey, am I where I want to be? How did I get here? What do I need to adjust? What do I need to do different? What are some key decisions I need to make and key conversations I need to have? Now, everybody hear me. This isn't a push the button to pull back and quit. All right? That's not what we're doing. All right? This isn't a push the button to check out. This is to push the button to zoom out. You with me? I want you to zoom out a little bit and get a good look at where you're at. A lot of times we can't see the full picture because we're too far in it. So I want you to get out of it. I want you to see the full picture of your business. I want you to see the full picture of your life, of your relationships. I just want you to make sure that you push the button. All right? So over the course of the next 2 weeks, will you do yourself a favor and just push the button? Okay? Like take a whole day. Write it out. Hey, and everybody hear me, don't do this with any judgment. This is 100% for you to do A, which is the A of pause. Okay, I want you to write this down. This is just acknowledge. That's the A. Why am I pushing the button? I'm pushing the button so I can acknowledge where I'm at. So I can acknowledge where I want to go. So I can acknowledge where I'm out of order. Okay, and everybody hear me. So many people I coach talk to me about how they don't have balance. Can I tell you why you don't have balance? Because balance doesn't exist. You're not ever going to have balance. All right? I want you to acknowledge that you don't have balance, but I want you to acknowledge that you can have order. You with me? Even in the middle of chaos, you can have order, but not if you don't push the button and back up a little bit and go, okay, wait a second. Where's my DNA in this? Okay, can I tell you one thing we all need to take a hard look at? Is we all need to take an honest reflection of our own DNA of where we're at. Now, you and I are great at acknowledging the DNA of everybody else. Okay, we're like, well, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for so-and-so. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the market. I wouldn't be, right? I mean, we just name that over and over. That is not the acknowledgement I'm asking for you. Okay? I'm asking that you do what I've coached you from day one, which is draw the circle around yourself and take account and ownership of everything inside of it. Okay? Like, without any judgment, just an honest reflection. Okay? Here's what I want you to acknowledge. I want you to be real honest and acknowledge what this year took from you. I was being honest. Hey, can I tell you? Like, this year took some stuff from the Oglesbys. We took some hits. All right? But can I tell you this? We still here. Okay? We ain't done. It didn't win. Okay? It made us better. It made us stronger. All right? I want you to acknowledge what this year gave you. Because I know it took some stuff, but I also know it gave you some stuff. Yes or no? All right? More than anything, I want you to acknowledge what you learned. And then I want you to do what my buddy David said this morning, and I want you to implement what you learned in 2026. You want to win in 2026? Implement what you've learned. Like, let's not go repeat the mistakes that brought us to here. Let's learn from them. Let's go build on them. And let's get to the end of 2026, look back and go, man, now this year was different. You with me on this? Okay. Here's what I know. This year may have felt like a setback, but I want you to know it was not. It was a set up. All right. Everybody hear me? The Oglesbys didn't get set back this year. We got set up. All right. And what's coming in 2026 is going to blow everybody away. That's my plan. All right. This is what we've got to go after. So I want you to acknowledge. I want you to acknowledge. I also want you to acknowledge this, that gratitude and grief can exist at the same time. Okay? Gratitude and grief can exist at the same time. We can also be grateful for the grief. All right? Because it's the setup that's going to lead us into this next year. Okay? Here's the U. Okay? So the P is push the button. The A is acknowledge. Here's the U. Unburden. Everybody hear me. Every one of us on this call are walking around carrying some stuff that we need to lay down. You tracking with me? Like things aren't changing, things aren't getting better, and it's because we're just hanging on to the things that are burdening us, that are hindering us. Okay? And I just want to give you permission today to unburden. Like just lay it down. You don't got to carry that anymore. Okay? You tracking with me? I want you to ask yourself a couple questions. Here's the first one. What am I carrying right now that I don't need to take with me into next year? What am I carrying with me right now that I don't need to take with me next year? It's not going to benefit you. It's not going to move you forward. You may need to forgive something. You may need to forgive yourself. You may need to just put some stuff down and move forward. Okay? Can I tell you there's health in that? All right? Can I give you another one? What expectations or disappointments or pressure can you release? I used to always coach when I was in the bold room that I used to watch people come in and they came in like this with their hands clenched. Okay? With whatever was in their hands. Like, I don't know what it was, but like you could see it on their face. Like, I ain't gonna listen to you, bro. Like, I got all kinds of stuff. Like, they just come in like this. Can I tell you what happens when you just let go of that? Okay, like not just what happens to you mentally, but I'm talking about like what happens to you physically. Okay, everybody do this. I want you to take your dominant hand. I want you to squeeze it as tight as you possibly can. Like as tight as you possibly can. You got it? Keep doing it. Don't let go yet. Okay?
Now do it tighter.
That's right. Okay, now I just want you to open it. Do you feel that? You feel that, right? You can literally feel that in your body, yes or no? Can I tell you something? A lot of you are walking around like that every single day, and you wonder why you feel like you feel. I gotta let go. I gotta unburden. You tracking with me? Okay, some of you need to like throw it down. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't just lay it down. Like, some of you need to like throw that stuff down. You know what I mean? Okay, like body slam. I don't know what you need to do, but you got to get rid of it. Okay, unburden, unburden. You don't need to carry everything that you already survived. I'm gonna lean in and say that again. You don't need to carry everything you already survived. You survived it. You don't got to carry it. Okay, you tracking with me? Come on, I'm giving you everything I got today. It's the last one. Here's the S. You got to set down some anchors. You got to set down some anchors. What does an anchor do? An anchor holds. You tracking with me? No matter what comes, an anchor holds. It may drag a little bit, but it's going to hold. How do we have anchors? Your first anchor comes in an I am statement. Okay, I've coached you on this before. Great thing about I am is you get to choose whatever comes after those two words. Nobody gets to choose it for you. You need to get some anchors. Who are you in 2026? Like claim it, own it, be that. Okay? Be that before you are that. You with me on this? Okay? What comes after I am, you get to choose. Also, whatever comes after I am is going to come find you. So you need to be careful what you anchor yourself with and what you anchor yourself to. You need to identify your core values. That's an anchor. You tracking with me on this? You need to identify your daily rhythms. Those are anchors. Don't think those aren't important. They're important. What are your daily rhythms that are going to keep you moving forward? That's an anchor. It holds you. Okay? Faith, prayer, stillness. Like Stop being so busy. Get anchored so that you can move forward. All right? Ask yourself these questions. What practices keep me grounded? What practices keep me grounded? And what anchors do I want firmly in place before I walk into 2026? And everybody write this down. Goals move you forward. Anchors keep you aligned. Goals move you forward, but anchors keep you aligned. Don't get out of alignment. All right? And here's the E. Enter intentionally. Okay, everybody hear me. This is your year. It's not going to happen to you. You're going to create it. All right? And the things that happen to you, you're going to respond to, not react. I want you to enter into this year intentionally. Okay? You don't drift into a great year. You enter into a great year. You don't drift into hitting a goal. You enter into the goal. You with me? And it's not just about setting goals this year. It's about how you're going to show up. Okay? When I say enter intentionally, I don't mean just go hit your goal. I'm talking about how are you going to show up? How are you going to be present? What does that look like for you? Ask yourself today, what do you want in 2026? And then I want you to enter intentionally and go get it. I've told you this before about my kids. I'll tell you again, one of the things I love about them the most is they just don't take no for an answer. Okay? Just so y'all know, over here in the Oglesby house, it's not like I say something and they're just like, all right, Dad, I'll do that. No, they got an opinion, man. Okay? Especially now they're about to be 13. They got lots of opinions. And I love it because I want them to own it. I want them to be intentional. Okay? You tracking with me? What do you want to focus on? And what do you want to do? Clarity comes before capacity. And I want you to enter into this year intentionally. All right? This year is going to have high notes. This year is going to have low notes. Those are just going to come. But you're going to have to add the pauses. You with me? We're in an industry that will, if you, and I think this is any industry, but if you don't add the pauses, you won't have them. Okay? Make sure you take the time to anchor and add the pauses. Does this help you today, team? All right, give me a couple things you're taking away and we'll jump off. What do you got?
Taking the pause.
Taking the pause. Push the button, right? Push the button. What else you got?
Anchors keep me aligned. Anchors keep me aligned and goals move me forward. I like the combination of both.
That's right, Julia. Yeah, our goals are going to move us forward, but the anchor is what's going to keep you aligned with that goal.
I'm going to use this class, like the way that you wrote pause out, like I could see you just work it through. Like you were like, oh, it doesn't have an I for intentionally. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to figure this out. Enter intentionally. Like you just hacked this whole pause to make it work, just like how we're going to have to attack 2026. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to have that anchor, like an acronym, and I'm going to be unburdened by the actual letters that start with. And I'm really just going to pay attention to that message that's coming from my intuition. You know, for me, I like to meditate. For you guys, you may like to prayer. But if anyone has any meditation questions, you can look up Keith Jones Drums, and I have some really good videos that I have in a Google Drive that I wanted to share. But anyway, great message. And I just thought it was funny that enter intentionally. Like that's pretty creative, man.
We're working on it, man. We got to find a way, brother.
That's some anchors.
That's what 2026 is, right?
Yes.
You go create it. Okay? You go create it. Everybody remember, you don't create your future, but you do create your habits, and your habits create your future. So you decide what 2026 is going to look like, and then go create the habits that's going to create that. Okay? Hey guys, I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, I love you. I love every single Monday that I get on here and spend time with you. It stirs my heart. It keeps me moving forward. It encourages me. Thank you for just consistently and faithfully every single week getting on here. I trust that you are going to have an incredible, blessed holiday with your family and with your friends. Whatever you do, take time to push the button. Okay? Take time to push the button. And then we're going to come back here, our first Monday back. Okay? Let me make sure I tell you this right. Our first Monday back is going to be January 5th. So let everybody know we're going to be coming in hot on January 5th. 2026 is your year, okay? You decide it. All right. Guys, I love you. God bless you. Thank you so much. We will see you in 2026. Go enjoy
Thank
some
you.
time. Take
Thank
care,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Guys, bye-bye.
Thanks,
Bless you
brother.
guys.
Bye. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.